Hey everybody, this is Grace, and I went out for, I guess it's been about an hour here on a Saturday, April 26th, to try to do some work. And I have been slowly going back to work. I think this is the first Saturday that I've tried this year. Yeah, and it was like, I don't know. I do remember saying that Saturdays for lunch, or breakfast, lunch, any of those, were going to be bad, and any of those, either of those two would be bad. But, okay, I don't know what's going on here with my mount. But, dinner is great. But I thought I'd go out today and see, since it's been really a long while, sometime in 2024. But what I'm finding is what I remember during the summer, when they had a lot of those fleet people. That's what I called them, fleet people. They had sedans, usually gray sedans. Looked like they had been in an accident. They were old, cheap looking. The people driving them definitely did not look like they would be driving that car. They definitely looked like they were more like upper middle class. And I saw plenty of them. Plenty. I mean, months of them everywhere. And I'd go and deliver, and they would either be delivering right before me. They would still be sitting there, or right after me, or during the while I'm there, they drove up. I mean, I'm talking like I could see them. That kind of thing. And they took all the orders. They seriously did. And they would do things like I'm parked in a huge parking area. You know, I've been complaining about that since even before I started delivering. But a huge parking area, and nobody parked anywhere around me. They would come and they'd sit right like 2 cars down to the north of me. I figured out that's what they would do, to the north of me. And I could see them sitting there and waiting for an offer. They would get it and go. But anyway, I went to where, these were places I, before then, would go sit to wait for offers. And then they started showing up, and then less offers, or really bad ones. And that's what I'm finding now. I don't see the fleet people. Don't see those cars at all. This is, I don't know how many times now. Let's see. I've been back doing it maybe 10 times, if that. But still, the places I go to are the usual ones that I went to before. I don't see those gray 4-door, they're sedans. And, they always had one hubcap was missing. Like I said, you could tell the sedans had been in a wreck. Yeah, but I don't see them. It was usually the same make of the auto. So, okay, I had stopped and called Adam, and see, he was going to cook something with hamburger meat, and he didn't know what to cook, and I couldn't think of anything. So that's the short version. I'm going to get us something that we're going to mix with it. Anyway, yeah, I try to work today, and I don't like hearing so many people complain so much, about the offers that they get and things like that. But I can understand, because I'm doing them. I'm not, I'm doing them myself, and I get it. But some people, what they do is they have a high sense of entitlement, and that bothers me. So it bothers me on either side, really. Now the customers, I can tell you, didn't know it. I wouldn't know it. That, the driver's not getting the fee for the driver. So I remember even saying, when was it, back in 17, 20, 18, whenever. I was saying, what, they want me to pay all these fees plus tip them after paying a fee for the delivery? Not driver's fee, but delivery fee. Yeah. How would we know? How would customers know that the delivery drivers, not getting the delivery fee? And you're going to pay them even double? You see? So, come on now. But really, would have seen today, the only thing it is that I know this is Uber Eats. I've said it, in the past I would never name which one it is. Well, this one has been very consistent. Adam one time, I think it was last year, early last year, or the year before maybe, he wanted to order something, surprise me, so he did it on his app. He had to download and all that. He never ordered anything before online, and he just chose a barbecue place and had it delivered. And the short version of it was that far away. He just mentioned again, and we're talking that round trip would be about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but still, And so I started looking at all of them, and it was I started looking at all of them, that were offered through the app, whatever it was. Whenever I looked at it, I don't order anymore to have delivered, but never did really. Once or twice, and that was enough. But anyway, I looked at his and everything that it was offering, and I finally figured it out. How many miles it is for the driver, how far the restaurant is, and on his app, I'm like, it was a little teeny tiny number way in the corner, and if you didn't think it, you might think that's the order number or something. It would be like I said, teeny tiny number way in the corner, 4.9 or something like that, and the one above it was 4.6. You see, so you think it was some other number, but no, those were miles. Those were the least ones. Okay, why? Tell me why. Why would it be so far? Some people would say 3 or 4 miles is not that far. When you're dealing with traffic, it is, and it's round trip, so you double it. Because where I live, they don't allow businesses in the neighborhoods, too close to the neighborhoods. So some people say, well, that's close. Drive it. You see, drive it. Okay, I just had that thing when people coming this way think that they cross over in front of you. Yeah. Wow. You're in the turning lane to turn right, or, to turn left. You're in the turning lane, and they're coming out of a business like this, and they think they go in front of you. I'm like, no, 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 no. I wonder if this is both this side. Let me see. They told us the last time we were here it works this way. Anyway, the only food they sell here is nachos. They're delicious. But we can have one order of nachos. It's so huge. It is so much cheese, so huge for both of us. And I'm going to take it home. Hopefully it lasts that long where it doesn't get real soggy. And it comes with jalapenos. And then when he's frying up the hamburger meat, and we're going to put the hamburger meat on there. It's, whatever else. So, anyway, I probably should have stayed in the other one, that other side, because it doesn't say whether you go around the building. And I asked them last time, they said, no, you can stay right there. So either side, when people drive up, they stay right there. Usually you go around, order one place, you go to the other one. Anyway, inverse orders. My goodness, let me get back to this. Inverse orders is what Adam has called them. I first started doing them in 2023, and he would come with me just so I could, he worked from home, he's an electrical engineer, He was working from home. It's a 2020. And he would go with me just to get out of the house, but for me it was to help me get used to it and all that stuff. So, okay, you see? Alrighty. Okay, I hope that showed up. You know, somebody was behind me, but alrighty. Okay, but somebody was behind me. I didn't know that whenever I did that, but I was trying to hurry up and get out of that line anyway. So, anyway. Inverse orders. We're talking 30 miles. I think actually it could have been more than that. But 30 miles, $10. That's 60 miles round trip. You know, and I was just saying that, you know, Adam, when I first started doing these and he was going with me, he called them inverse orders. He's like I said, an electrical engineer and also a computer science. He developed, see, I would say it one way, but you know, it's so hush-hush in their field. But I would say it as a computer science engineer also. And he's retired. He just, not too long ago, just, I don't know, months ago, retired. And so he's kind of enjoying being at home. You know, and not having a job to do. But anyway, you know, I was like, inverse order, okay. But seriously, they're like, okay, they make an offer for $5. What is thought of as good, it's actually, you know, it's for it to be, the mileage to be, well, let's say 10, the mileage would be 5. You know, half of that. But no. Where I live, it's the inverse to that. It's the opposite. I've seen this since last year. The first year, no, I didn't see that. Last year, I actually had one for 104 miles. And it was, if even, $20-something. And you can just imagine, I would imagine that it was probably some kid making, you know, just doing an online challenge or something like that. You know, so. But today, that's what I was getting, back to back, just offer after offer, $10. You go in, 20-something to 30-something miles, double it, and that's what it is. Because I have to come back. And tomorrow I'm going to try. Tomorrow's Sunday. Sundays was always a good day. So was Saturday, but Saturday dinner. But even during the day, they were good. I don't know if it's just the. You know, Adam was telling me, he said that AI would be smarter than that. You know, you would think the AI would be smarter than to have so many offers and they're so far away. You know, how are the people doing this? They live in, you know, this is north of Dallas, suburbs. It's a county, Collin County is the number 2 county, wealthiest county in Texas, just stating fact there. And the number 1 is kind of small in population. So this is really, you know, I've always said this is really, depending on population, this is number 1. You would think all these places, all this wealth and all this stuff, you know, people here would order from here. But what I see so much is people ordering from miles away. Now, mentioned this, that I used to order back, I tried to order a few times. The first one, I won't ever work for that place, that delivery service. Not again. I only did like 40-something orders, and they stole from me, so hey, that was enough. And their policy is that they get to know the newest one is that they sent to me. They get all the information, including my bank account numbers and my signature for them, my health. Yeah, I don't think so. And it was like 16 different things that are private that they get. No. No. Anyway, but it was trash. It was, to me, the way they delivered it. It was cold. The next time, I think it may have been from them again. And okay, I guess. Alrighty now, what are you doing here? But it was from not here. It was a Panda Express, and it wasn't. I usually don't name the name of these, but it was Panda Express. And there's one just down the road over there. They don't let them in the neighborhood, but the closest one right over there. No, they ordered from one. No, it was chosen from one that is like a 40-minute drive for the driver, 20-minute one way. God, it was cold. And I'd actually called them and asked them, I said, why are they, Panda, I didn't know how it worked. I asked them, I said, why is it choosing that location? I thought that's what it did. It chose. I didn't see this is from this location or this is from that location. So you have to understand, this is how it is for other people too. Adam didn't know it. I didn't know it. They're not telling you we're giving the furthest location possible. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just Uber Eats. Uber Eats was my experience today. So, yeah. Anyway,